In a world where technological innovation is often perceived as the ultimate tool for business success, one factor remains timeless and invaluable, and that is human connection. At the heart of these connections are conversations, and not just any conversation, but power filled conversations that connect, compel, and convert. We call these power stations. Tonight, we will explore a crucial aspect of business success, the art of moving from conversations to conversions. For business owners in the metaverse, it's essential to understand how to engage in power filled conversations that not only build relationships, but also generate recurring revenue and predictable profits. Join me as we delve into strategies and insights that will create opportunities for you to transform the way you approach conversations and drive your business towards long term success. We are going to be cultivating conversations that connect, compel, and convert. Power stations. Let's go. The power of connection. You must unleash the potential of meaningful conversations for business growth. We're on a journey to uncover the true power of connection in driving business growth. We all know that conversations are at the heart of our interactions with potential customers and clients, but have you ever stopped to consider the immense impact that meaningful conversations can have on building authentic connections? Right now, we're in an age that is exploring this power and discovering new strategies to create genuine engagement that leads to recurring revenue. Let's dive right in. Meaningful conversations have the extraordinary ability to create an authentic connection with potential customers and clients. When we engage in conversations that go beyond surface level interactions, we establish a foundation of trust and understanding. These connections become the bedrock of recurring revenue and sustainable business growth. Let me share with you some powerful insights into the impact of meaningful conversations. To build an authentic connection, you have to go beyond the typical sales pitch. The truly, uh, the true kind of sales pitch that'll help you connect with your audience. It starts with active listening and not just waiting for somebody to stop talking so you can get your say in, but you gotta move beyond that to have a genuine empathy. When we take the time to understand our customers' needs, desires, and pain points, we can tailor our conversations to address their specific concerns. This level of personalization creates an instant connection that goes beyond the transactional. To create genuine engagement is one of the things that we have to do in order for us to be able to build an authentic connection. So let's talk about creating genuine engagement. What does that mean? Well, meaningful conversations require more than just talking. They demand active participation and mutual respect. It's about fostering this two-way dialogue that allows both parties to express their thoughts and perspectives and to be genuinely heard. By creating an environment where everyone feels heard and valued, we establish a strong bond that goes beyond the immediate interaction. Then we've got to establish trust. Trust is the currency and of building business relationships. Without it, our conversations remain superficial and fail to generate lasting impact. Building trust requires honesty and transparency and consistency. We must deliver on our promises and exceed expectations. When our customers trust us, they become loyal advocates who not only generate repeat business, but also refer others to us. Trust is the foundation upon which recurring revenue is built. Strategies for authentic creation of connections really include cultivating your active listening skills, practicing empathy, tailoring your approach, being transparent and authentic, and fostering a culture of customer centricity. Now let's talk about the conversion code. We want to unleash the secrets to turning conversations into profits. I want to reveal to you the secrets of conversions and teaching you how to turn your conversations into profits is one of my favorite things to do. We all engage in countless conversations with potential customers or clients, and we have to learn how to optimize these conversations to ensure that it terminates into some kind of predictable revenue. Well, today we're going to unload on you, unveil these essential elements of the conversion process, and explore techniques to guide their conversations toward a clear path of conversion. So, when you're looking at conversions, what are the essentials of the conversion process? What's the backbone to drive your business growth? To turn conversions into profits, you got to understand the essential elements that drive conversions. It starts with a comprehensive understanding of the target audience. Remember, I talked about your audience's needs, their desires, and their pain points? Well, when you really have this knowledge, you can craft a compelling message that really resonates deeply with your clients. But that's not all. We've got to design an optimized funnel. We hear a lot about funnels, and I know we all know what those are, but we need to actually design the funnel in such a way that it will guide your potential customers towards the conversion. Each step of the conversion process plays a crucial role in turning conversations into profits. How do we do it? Well, we have to have a well designed sales funnel that ensures a smooth, effective conversion journey. For your customers, they have to be able to get from the conversation all the way to the sale. It starts with capturing their attention and then generating an interest through a compelling marketing message. Then you got to move on to nurturing the leads, building that trust, and addressing their pain points. Then finally, you guide them towards the conversion point, the moment that they take the desired action that you wanted them to take that will generate the revenue. By optimizing each stage of the sales funnel, you'll create a clear path to conversion and create this increase in your revenue stream. Some of the techniques that we want to use for this are knowing your customer's journey, crafting irresistible calls to action, creating a sense of urgency, and leveraging social proof. You want to also use persuasive storytelling. Humans are wired to connect with stories. Stories are so important because it actually evokes emotion and aligns your customers' aspirations with your own goals. The conversion code holds the key to turning your conversations into profits. And by understanding the essential elements of the conversion process, you're optimizing your sales funnel and you can be guided completely towards making sure that you're converting every customer. We want to now move into the influence factor. When you are able to master persuasive communication for successive conversions, then your influence is going to pay off into every area of your conversion. The key to converting leads into paying customers is to be able to have effective communication that will enhance the client's understanding of what it is that they have to have. When you understand the role of persuasive communication in the conversion process and the techniques that you use to persuade people, you're able to unlock that influence factor and achieve your conversion success. Persuasive communication is the driving force behind successful conversions. It's the art of crafting a message that will resonate with your audience to captivate their attention and guide them towards taking a desired action To convert leads into paying customers, you got to go beyond simply conveying information, but you got to influence. You have to persuade. Understanding the role of persuasive communication is the first step in achieving conversion success. So let's look at some techniques. First, you have to understand your audience. Effective persuasion starts with a deep understanding of the audience. Yes, you have to know their needs, their desires, and their pain points, but you also have to take the time to research and analyze the target market that you're going after. Look at the insights that you get from some data, that you're looking for with regards to that audience. And then understand that you can tailor your messages to what it is that the data is saying about that audience, so that when you're having a conversation, the conversation is now more meaningful than it would have been before. Then you need to establish credibility. To influence others, you must establish credibility and trust. Share your expertise. Highlight relevant experiences. Tell them a little bit about yourself and your experience in this area. And then when your audience is able to perceive that you are knowledgeable, in this and trustworthy, they'll be more receptive to your persuasive efforts. Then you want to use emotional appeal. Emotions have powerful impact on decision making. You can tap into your audience's emotions by sharing stories and anecdotes and experiences that will evoke the feelings and create connections. By appealing to their emotions, you can motivate them to take action. Lastly, you want to highlight benefits, not just features. When discussing your products or your services, focus on the benefits they provide rather than just listing the features. Help your audience visualize how your offerings can positively impact their lives, solve their problems, or fulfill their desires. Benefits speak loudly and directly to their needs, desires, and their pain points. It increases the likelihood of the conversion. The power of active listening also has to be used when you're moving along the road of making sure that you are evoking emotion. When you're engaging in conversations, it's crucial to make sure that the person you are talking to is really understanding that you're listening to them and that you're truly and genuinely connecting with their desires and their objectives. By doing so, you can address their needs more effectively and tailor your persuasive efforts accordingly. The influence factor is key to converting leads into paying customers. And by mastering persuasive communication and understanding your audience, employing effective techniques, you can increase your conversion rates. What about the power of clarity? In the power of clarity, you can unleash compelling offers that drive conversions. The key to crafting compelling offers and driving conversions really is transformative because of the fact that when you make your offers clear, people know what to do. We all know that customers are bombarded with countless options, but you can stand out and motivate them to take action with a clear offer. Let's look at the significance of clear and compelling offers and share some techniques to articulate the value proposition in a way that resonates with your target audience. Clear and compelling offers are the driving force behind customer motivation and action. When potential customers encounter your offer, they should be able to immediately grasp its value and relevance. Clarity eliminates confusion. It instills confidence, and it makes it easier for customers to say yes to your proposition. By crafting offers that are clear and are compelling, you can captivate your audience and drive conversion rates through the roof. So the first thing you have to do is articulate your value proposition. Let's explore some techniques to do that. You have to know your target audience inside out. In order for you to craft a compelling offer for them, you got to be intimately connected with that audience. You have to know what their aspirations are. Put yourself in their shoes and uncover what truly matters to them. Tailor your value proposition to address their specific concerns and showcase how you offer something that will fulfill their desires and their pain points. Use clear and concise language. Clarity begins with being clear. It begins with concise language. Avoid having jargon and terminology that people don't really understand, vague statements that will cause them to try to figure out what you're saying. Communicate in such a way that it's easy for them to digest. A concise and straightforward message cuts through all the noise and it resonates deeply with your audience. Highlight unique and very tangible benefits. Your value proposition should clearly outline the unique and tangible benefits that you're providing in this offer. Showcase these benefits and help potential customers envision the positive impact your product or service will have in their lives. Help them to see how they can't live without it. Paint a vivid picture of the transformation they're going to experience and help them become inspired to take action. Focus on results. Many of you who may already know me and have been around me for a while, you've heard me say this many times, and you might have read it in some of the books that I've written. Results are irrefutable. You cannot argue with results. And when you're able to provide a proof of concept by incorporating some kind of social proof or a testimonial or maybe even a case study or statistics to demonstrate that your offering delivers on its promises, people will not be able to resist the urge to buy. Customers and clients seek reassurance, and they need to know that your solution is tried and tested, that there is proven potential in it. Showcase some real life examples and success stories that can add credibility and build trust, leading to higher conversion rates. I can talk about me. Our organization, for the most part, for the first 4 years, was built completely on referrals. We got organic traffic based on the fact that we did a really good job of helping our clients get results. And because of that, what did they do? They told their friends. Create a sense of urgency. Urgency is powerful. It is a basic motivator for action. It instills in people that, you know what, this could go away at any moment, so I better jump on it now. Clients and customers are more likely to convert when they fear missing out on a valuable opportunity. Visual communication plays a pivotal role in articulating your value proposition. It's one more area that you need to really hone in on because in today's fast paced world, attention spans are limited. You've got to be able to captivate your audience and visually appear to them in graphical form, some kind of video or even images that can convey your proposition of value quickly and effectively. Visual elements enhance clarity and make your offers more memorable and relatable, increasing the chances of your conversion. The power of clarity is a catalyst for crafting compelling offers that drive conversion. By understanding the significance of clear and compelling offers and employing effective techniques to articulate your value proposition, you can captivate your target audience and increase conversion rates. Embrace the power of clarity now and know your audience. Use clear language and highlight unique benefits. Provide proof of concept. Remember, results are irrefutable. And create a sense of urgency. By doing so, you'll unleash the full potential of your offers and drive your conversions like never before. Now, I want to really give you another real nugget because you got to learn how to move from the one-time buyer to lifelong customers. Many of us have a situation where we have a lot of one-offs. Every day we're shopping for a new customer. And that's not a very powerful way to build your business. It's not very effective at making sure you build recurring revenue streams. So let's talk about, how do we move from one-time buyers to lifelong customers? How do we unleash strategies for building recurring revenue streams within our businesses? As I'm unveiling the model for transforming these one-time buyers into loyal lifelong customers, I want you to understand that you have to really be able to see the value of repeat business. If you don't understand the value of repeat business, then how do you expect your customers to understand it? A lot of times you think that when you have reoccurring customers, that that is a very secure market for you, and it will make sure that you can have the constant um, movement of clients into your company. But when you have only recurring or reoccurring business, anytime now that person can decide to go down the street and get someone else that's doing something like what you're doing, but just maybe a little bit more innovative. Recurring revenue, however, is the click, click, click that actually causes your operation to work like a timeless, well oiled machine. Recurring revenue is the difference between you being able to understand that at any time your customers can go away, that or the customer is going to be with you for the next year or 5 years or 10 years because they're in some sort of a contract or subscription service that keeps them always making sure that they stay with you. I want to show some simple strategies that will help you nurture customer relationships in such a way that you can establish these member models or subscription models or higher tier contracts that will build you sustainable recurring revenue streams. To transform a one-time buyer into a lifelong customer, you've got to replace your mindset. You've got to move beyond transactional interactions and strive to build meaningful relationships. Here's some strategies to help you do this. First, you want to personalize your customer experience. Treat every customer as an individual, addressing their needs and their preferences. Tailor your interactions and recommendations and offers to make them feel valued and understood. Personalization and customization creates a sense of connection that goes beyond the transaction. Next, you want to go the extra mile in customer service. Exceed customer expectations by delivering exceptional service. Be responsive, proactive, and empathetic. When you are consistently providing outstanding customer service and customer experiences, you create lasting impressions that keeps customers coming back and turns your customers into salespeople. Implement a loyalty program that matters. Establishing loyalty programs that go beyond just rewarding customers for their repeat business. Offer incentives, exclusive discounts, special access to create a sense of exclusivity and make them feel special. Encourage continued engagement. Loyalty programs foster a sense of belonging and drive customer retention, and it will turn your clients and customers into brand ambassadors. Then you want to nurture customer relationships. When you nurture relationships, this is the foundation for building these lifetime valued customers. I want to explore a few techniques for these long lasting connections. The one thing you want to do is you want to maintain regular communication. Stay engaged with your customers through regular communication. This can often personalize for you, a relationship that may not have been very personal in the past. When they receive these emails that have their names in them, or a newsletter, or even social media updates that give shout outs to the customers, that provides a valuable connection. And it shares relevant relationships with others so they can see they too may also be able to have that same kind of value relationship if they would dive in and become a member or a subscriber. By staying top of mind with your clients, you cultivate this customer loyalty that needs to be there in order for you to have the meaningful connection. Seek feedback and act on it. Actively seeking feedback for your customers and demonstrating their opinions, that their opinions matter, really does something for creating the engagement that you need for the meaningful connection. Implement improvements and enhancements based on their input and let them know that it was based on their input. By involving your clients and customers in shaping your offerings, you create a sense of ownership and you build stronger relationships. Lastly, offer these exceptional post purchase support. Don't neglect your customers after the sale is made, but come back and let them know that you appreciate them for making the sale. Provide comprehensive post purchase support. Offer feedback and onboarding assistance, troubleshooting guidance, or proactive check ins. By offering ongoing support, you demonstrate your commitment to the success and solidify the customer relationship. Establish recurring revenue models. Remember, we talked about the difference between reoccurring and recurring? You want to give your customers the options that will give them a better engagement with you by having this next level experience. This builds sustainability and a customer lifetime value that will drive a level of value for your company far beyond what you can imagine. I know you probably already know this, but I'm just going to put it out there. Your customers and your clients, as valued lifetime customers, will actually cause your business to be worth more. Many people don't understand that valuations are based on a few different things, but one of the things that will increase a valuation is having a revenue model that has lifetime customers, subscriptions, these different types of contracts that are higher tiered, because this proves that you will have a predictable revenue or predictable profit. And to those with whom you might be engaging for maybe a sale or to get more funds in a loan or to actually be looked at as being more valuable when you're passing the company down, it actually does help them to see where the revenue is going to come from in the future. Identify opportunities to convert your offerings into some broader opportunity if another person that is coming into your company as a partner or as an investor can see it. Provide exclusive benefits to your audience that you're already dealing with. Retarget them for these special offers that might become higher tier contracts. Help them to understand how member only discounts can really be a very valuable asset to them. And if they are sending people your way, make them affiliates. Let them get some sort of benefit from bringing people to your company. Continuously add value and ensure that the subscription or membership or higher tier contract is delivered in a way that is uh, premium. Regularly update and enhance your offerings to meet their evolving needs. By continuously adding value, you justify the recurring investment that people make when they partner with you or become a member, or for that matter, go on contract for the year. The power of transforming these one time buyers into lifelong customers lies in nurturing the relationships and fostering this type of experience to make them feel like family. By personalizing the customer experience and going the extra mile in service, you are implementing a loyalty program, and it causes people to understand that you value their loyalty. By offering these membership models and the subscription services or contracts, you are establishing recurring revenue streams that makes your company more valuable to those to whom it matters. Embrace these strategies and cultivate customer loyalty and unlock the potential of building lifelong customer relationships so that you can benefit in the future. I want to now bring before you the concept of data driven conversions. How do we get data driven conversions? Well, we first have to have data driven conversations. Unlock the power of analytics to optimize your conversions. How do we transform the power of our data to make sure that our conversations move to conversion? We all know that data is essential. But how can we leverage the analytics that we have to refine the communication strategies and maximize our profitability? Well, we do that through tracking and optimizing our conversations. And then we'll look at how do we leverage those analytics and insights to have better conversations in the future. Data is a gold mine of insights waiting to be discovered. When it comes to optimizing conversations for better conversion outcomes, data is a driving force. And here's why. When we have data, we're able to uncover customer behavior patterns. Now let's explore techniques to leverage analytics and insights to refine your communication strategies. Define key performance indicators. Clearly define KPIs that align with your conversion goals. These can include metrics like conversion rates, customer acquisition costs, or customer lifetime value. By setting measurable goals, you can track progress and identify areas for improvement. Then you would want to conduct some A B testing. A B testing involves comparing different versions of your communications to determine which one performs better. By testing variables such as subject lines, messaging, or call to action buttons, you can identify the most effective elements and optimize your conversations accordingly. You can use data visualization tools to help translate complex analytics into visually appealing and easily digestible formats. By visualizing your data, you can quickly identify the trends, the patterns, and the areas for improvement. Visual representations of data enable you to make informed decisions and refine your strategies in communication. Implement, implement marketing automation. Marketing automation platforms allow you to track and analyze customer interactions throughout their journey. By automating processes and capturing data at various touchpoints, you can gain a holistic view of your customer behavior. This data empowers you to deliver personalized and customized conversations that drive your conversions. Now, what's the probability of your data driven conversations being a profitable scenario? Well, data driven conversations are not only about optimization, but also about maximizing profitability. Here's how. With targeting messaging, data allows us to segment our audience to deliver targeted messages. By understanding customer preferences, needs, behaviors, we can tailor our conversations to address their specific pain points and desires. Targeted messaging increases relevance and, in turn, drives higher conversion rates. What about cost optimization? Data helps us optimize our marketing and communication spend. By analyzing the effectiveness of different channels, campaigns, or strategies, we can allocate resources more efficiently. This optimization reduces costs and maximizes profitability by focusing on the most impactful initiatives. Data driven conversations have the power to transform your conversion outcomes. By understanding the significance of data in conversation, optimization, and leveraging analytics and insights, you can refine your communication strategies and maximize your profitability. Embrace the power of data. Uncover customer behavior patterns, track communication effectiveness, and identify pain points and opportunities. Leverage analytics to refine your strategies, conduct A B testing, use data visualization tools, and implement marketing automation. By doing so, you'll unleash the potential of data driven conversations and achieve better conversion outcomes. Now we're going to move on to conversion centered listening. Understanding customer needs drives results. As we dive into this area, it's a transformative power that you can utilize for your conversion centered listening. It's called the art of unlocking customer needs and driving results. We all know the importance of understanding how our customers are having challenges or what specific things that they may need. We know that that's important, but how can we truly listen to their needs and tailor our conversations effectively? Well, let's explore the art of active listening at its core and its impact on understanding the customer's needs. I want to share some techniques to address customer pain points effectively, leading to higher conversion rates. Let's talk about what active listening is. I know you've heard me say that a few times in this conversation we're having, and you might have read a little bit about it, but active listening is more than just hearing. It's about fully engaging with your customers to truly understand their needs. Here's why it's crucial. Building trust and rapport is such an important thing. People, when they trust you, they will listen to you. When you genuinely listen to their concerns, their frustrations, or even their aspirations, you create a space for this open and honest communication. This trust paves the way for deeper connections and higher conversion rates. When you are able to uncover some of their pain points, yourself, not just by having them tell you directly, but by actively listening and paying attention to what they're saying, you gain valuable insights into their needs and desires. This understanding enables you to tailor your conversations and offerings to address those pain points effectively, authentically, and organically. Enhance the customer experience. You've got to be able to get in there and help your customers feel heard and understood. They're more likely to engage with you in meaningful conversations and ultimately convert. By actively listening, you create a positive and memorable experience that sets you apart from the competition. Now, what are some techniques you can use to tailor your conversations? Well, you can ask open ended questions. Start your conversations with an open ended question that encourages customers to share their experiences and challenges. These questions elicit detailed responses, providing valuable insights into their pain points. Use this information to guide the conversation further and offer solutions that resonate with their needs. Practice empathetic listening. Empathetic listening involves putting yourself in your customer's shoes and understanding their perspective. By acknowledging and validating their emotions, you create a safe and supportive environment for open and active dialogue. Empathy builds trust and enables you to address the pain points more effectively. Reflect and paraphrase. This is such a really important tool, and I use it frequently. When you're listening to someone's conversation and you're able to reflect and go back to something that they said previously, paraphrase it and give it back to them, or I should say, regurgitate it to them, it shows that you are listening to them and that you're wanting to understand what they need. Repeat and summarize their key points and ensure alignment for clarity. This technique demonstrates your commitment to addressing what they want to talk about and finding a solution for what they think is important, what they are trying to solve. Tailor solutions to their specific needs. Use the insights gained through active listening to tailor your solutions to the customer's specific needs. Avoid a one size fits all approach. Instead, offer personalized recommendations that directly address the pain points. By showing that you understand their unique challenges, you increase the likelihood of the conversion. You can drive results through conversion centered listening. Conversion centered listening is not just about understanding, it's about driving results. And remember, results are irrefutable. Here's how it can impact your business. You can have higher conversion rates, enhanced customer loyalty, and a positive word of mouth approach. Satisfied customers become advocates for your business. You're turning your satisfied customers into a sales team when you treat them in such a way that they feel loved, respected, and attended to. When they experience the power of conversion centered listening, they are more likely to share the positive experiences with others, leading to increased referrals and organic growth. Conversion centered listening is the catalyst for unlocking customer needs and driving results. By mastering the art of active listening and tailoring your conversations to address customer pain points and aspirations, you build trust and enhance the customer experience. And ultimately, you drive higher conversion rates. Embrace this power of active listening and asking open ended questions. Practice empathetic listening. reflect, and paraphrase. So you can tailor your solutions to their specific needs. And by doing so, you'll unlock the potential of conversion centered listening and achieve transformative results. I have a couple more things that I want you to just think about. The first thing is that there is power in following up. You unleash strategies for long-term conversion success when you are following up. The follow-up, I call it the power of follow-up, is the key to sustaining conversations for a long-term conversion rate. We all know that the initial conversations are important, but how can we maintain engagement and increase the conversation rates over time? Well, let me explain some very key things that lead you to consistent and strategic follow-up. These are techniques that will nurture leads through follow-up conversations that result in ongoing revenue streams. Consistent follow-up is the key to maintaining engagement and building lasting relationships. Here's a way forward in making sure that you're able to see it from the perspective of your clients and customers. Follow-up conversations allow you to strengthen connections with your prospects and customers because it makes them feel like you care. Consistently reaching out, consistently reaching out demonstrates your commitment to their success, and it shows that you value the relationship with them in business. These connections pave the way for ongoing engagement and increased conversion rates. Follow-up conversations also help you build trust and credibility. When you deliver on your promises and consistently provide value and establish yourself as a reliable and trustworthy partner, trust becomes the foundation of that relationship, and it will be vital for sustained conversion success. Lastly, you can address their evolving needs. Follow-up conversations enable you to stay updated on your customers' evolving needs. It shows that you're paying attention. By regularly checking in and actively listening, you can identify some new pain points or new challenges, or for that matter, new opportunities. This knowledge allows you to tailor your offerings and customize them to basically meet their specific needs. It increases the likelihood of future conversions. It allows you to retarget those same customers for things that you might be offering way down the road. So now, how do we do it? What are the techniques we can use for effective follow-up? Well, personalize your follow-up. Customize your follow-up messages to make them relevant and personal to each individual. Reference previous conversations, previous things that they've done with you, or even things that they may have mentioned, even though they didn't move forward with them at the time. Some shared interests that you might have or with them also can be used to demonstrate your attentiveness and understanding. Personalization shows that you value their unique journey and increases the chances of them doing business with you in the future. Provide ongoing value. Use follow-up conversations as an opportunity to provide ongoing value to your prospects and customers. Share relevant insights, industry updates, or exclusive resources that align with their needs and their interests. By consistently delivering value, you position yourself as a trusted advisor and keep them engaged in the conversion process. Here's one: be timely and consistent. Timeliness is crucial in follow-up conversations. Respond promptly to their inquiries and set clear expectations for future interactions. Consistency is equally important. Regularly reaching out to maintain momentum and avoid being forgotten is such an important thing. Timely and consistent follow-up demonstrates your dedication and your professionalism. Use multiple communication channels. Diversify your follow up approach by utilizing multiple communication channels. Send personalized emails, make phone calls, use engagement through social media platforms. By meeting your prospects and customers where they are and where they are most comfortable, you increase the chances of successful follow up conversations and ultimately conversions. Effective follow up is not just about short term success, it's about nurturing leads for ongoing revenue. And this is how you can do that. You can create a long term engagement strategy by developing a comprehensive plan to engage leads or engage them over an extended period. Map out the touch points, the milestones. You need to know when you've made a difference. You need to be concerned not about the right now sale, but about the journey. This strategic approach ensures that you stay connected and actively guiding them through a conversion process. Segment and prioritize your leads. You need to not just look at your leads all in one lump sum, but you need to segment the leads based on their readiness to convert or on the potential of the conversion. Prioritize your follow up efforts by focusing on leads with the highest likelihood of conversion. But I don't mean for you to forget the ones who may not be ready to move right now. Just write it down and create a plan for going back and gathering those who might be ready in 3 months or 4 months. By strategically allocating your resources, you maximize efficiency, you save funds, and you increase potential for ongoing revenue streams. Build relationships, not transactions. I mentioned that before. A lot of times we do things that are very transactional and people can feel it. You need to shift your mindset. Matter of fact, replace that old mindset from transactional interactions to relationship building. Focus on creating meaningful connections and long term partnerships with your prospects and customers. By nurturing these relationships, you create a foundation for ongoing conversions and loyalty. I have to tell you a little story. I have a client who's now a client, but they were not a client 5 years ago. However, because I nurtured that relationship, they kept sending me clients, even though they didn't choose to buy at the time. It took a long while before they were in a position to move forward with the offer that I had made for them. However, when they saw me consistently serving their clients, when they were ready and financially capable, they came to me to move forward with the processes that they saw their clients prospering in. The power of follow up lies in sustaining conversations for long term conversion success. By recognizing the importance of consistent and strategic follow up, personalizing your messages, providing ongoing value, and leveraging multiple communication channels, you nurture leads towards ongoing revenue streams. And remember, our process is to make our reoccurring purchasers recurring purchasers. Embrace the art of follow up, build trust and credibility, and address evolving needs. Create a long term engagement strategy. Segment and prioritize leads and focus on building relationships. By doing so, you'll unleash the potential of follow up and achieve transformative results in your conversion efforts. So let's talk about creating a conversion culture because we want you to unleash the power of empowered teams for business success. There is a transformative power in creating conversion cultures. The cultures that empower your team to have power filled conversations that drive business growth. We all know that conversions are crucial for success, but how can we foster a culture that prioritizes and maximize conversions? Let's explore the role of a conversion focused culture in driving business growth and share techniques. I really want to do that amongst us that will allow you to see increased conversions and predictable profits. A conversions focused culture is the cornerstone of business growth. Here's why it's crucial, because when you align with your partners and your people within your organization on shared goals, you're able to up the conversions because it's something that we're all working on together. We have shared goals, we have shared objectives, and that prioritizes our conversions. Everyone is working towards a common purpose, resulting in increased efficiency and productivity. What does that look like? Well, the persons who work in your organizations that are maybe responsible for being the first persons that someone might see, they're thinking about ultimately the persons that they're coming in contact with are going to become clients or members, or for that matter, partners, or someone that leads others to you. And if they're thinking about that from the time a person has the very first interaction, then it changes the how they connect with a person. Customer centricity is something that actually is a part of the conversion focused culture. It puts the customer first. It puts the customer in the center of all activities. And when your team is focused on conversions, they inherently prioritize understanding a client or customer's needs, delivering exceptional experiences, and providing solutions that drive the conversions. And then thinking about continuous improvement is something that becomes not just possible, but it's always on the fabric of everything that you do. A conversion focused culture embraces the mindset of continuous improvement. It encourages experimentation, learning from failures, and evolving strategies to optimize conversion outcomes. This culture of continuous improvement propels you like you would not believe because it helps the business move forward and sets you apart from competition who just keeps doing the same thing the same way every week. How do you empower your team for increased conversions? Well, you foster a growth mindset. Help them cultivate a growth mindset by encouraging them to embrace challenges and see failures as opportunity for learning. Help them to consistently seek ways that they might improve. A growth mindset fuels innovation and resilience, and it drives persons to achieve higher conversion rates. Provide comprehensive training and development. Invest in comprehensive training and development programs for your team's sake. Equip them with the knowledge and skills and tools needed to have power-filled conversations that drive conversions. Continual learning and skill enhancement empowers your team to excel in their roles. Encourage collaboration and knowledge sharing. Create an environment that promotes collaboration and knowledge sharing so that your team members can exchange insights and best practices and success stories related to conversions. When your team works together, they leverage their collective wisdom and inspire each other to excel. Recognize and reward conversion success. Recognize and reward team members who achieve significant conversion success. Celebrate their accomplishments and highlight the impact they have on the business. By recognizing and rewarding conversion excellence, you create a culture of motivation and incentivize continuous high performance. How do you get predictable profits through empowered conversations? Well, empowered conversations drive predictable profits, and here's how. Effective communication. It gives the ability for these conversations that are characterized by a communication that brings results. When your team feels empowered to express their ideas and opinions and concerns, they engage in open and honest conversations. They talk about challenges they may be having, and they share what they've done that worked, but they also ask questions about what you think could be done. Effective communication leads to clearer messaging, better understanding of customer needs, and ultimately higher conversion rates. Innovation and creativity is something that these two pieces together causes us to actually move our empowered conversations forward in a very powerful way. It allows teams to become more fluid and thinking outside of the proverbial box. It helps them to innovate and come up with their own creative solutions. By empowering your team to have power-filled conversations, you unleash their creativity, enabling them to find unique approaches that drive conversions and set your business apart. Using a customer-centric approach, again, will give you the ability to have teams that are customer-centric minded. They understand the importance of putting the customer at the center of all interactions. And by empowering your team to have those powerful conversations, they can deeply understand customer pain points and aspiration and address them effectively. You foster long-term customer relationships that result in predictable profits when you're able to effectively have customer-centric approaches. Creating a conversion culture is the catalyst for business success. By recognizing the role of conversion focused culture, fostering a growth mindset, and providing comprehensive training, you can encourage collaboration and recognize conversion successes along the way. You empower your team for increased conversions and predictable profits. You help them to become celebrated, not by just you, but by each other, because you are embracing the power of an empowered team, fueling effective communication and unleashing that innovation and creativity so they can adopt a customer centric approach and they can live that culture out within your company, which will ultimately result in transformative business success and conversions. So, what is the future of conversions? How do we thrive in this ever evolving consumer landscape? Well, let's take this little journey and kind of look at the future of what conversions will look like. This dynamic landscape has been shaped and is being shaped by evolving consumer behavior. We all know that consumer behavior is constantly changing, but how can we adapt and stay ahead of the curve in this conversion process? I want to explore just a little bit how consumer behavior is evolving and its impact on the conversions. How can we share innovative strategies and emerging technologies that can help all of us to change our dynamics and thrive when things are moving so quickly? So let's look at what consumer behavior is doing right now. It's undergoing a remarkable transformation. And here's why that matters, because shifting purchase decision making to something that actually will align with what's happening with our customers is going to be important. Customers and clients are always exploring new channels. Things are coming out every day. I remember when I was watching and I saw that the way stores were beginning to sell online was giving people the power of AI to try on clothing without them having to physically be there. And when they could see kind of what the clothes would look like on them, then they would make those purchase decisions. People are always looking for the innovative, the creative, the new thing. And so understanding how these shifts could affect your market is a crucial thing for effective conversion strategies. You don't want to be stuck in doing some things the same way every time when everyone else has moved on. You want to be ahead of the curve and seeing how any of the new strategies and technologies can inform your processes in your company so that you can offer a rewarding experience for your clients and customers. There's a rise in the digital influence, and digital platforms have become central to the consumer decision making. Consumers are researching, they're comparing, they can fact check you in 2 seconds. With some of the new AI models that they may have on their phone, you can give them something, a metric or an idea or a concept, and tell them, well, it's this way. And they can find out whether not only if you are informed, but if your information that you've given them is new or old. It's important for you to adapt and understand the influence that you could possibly have when you are staying ahead of the curve, staying knowledgeable about what's going on in your industry, and effectively engaging your clients and customers so that you can convert the potential fact checkers. Personalization and customization. Consumers expect personalized and customized experiences. They seek tailored solutions to meet their unique needs. And when you can be that person that customer is looking for, that will provide them with those unique things that they're looking for, your business can be set apart from others. Your company must embrace the personalization strategies to create meaningful connections and increase the conversion rates while doing so. How can you adapt to changing dynamics? And I know this is a real challenge for a lot of people who may be um, smaller businesses. But there are some ways that you can explore that will help you to have innovative strategies and utilize even some of the emerging technologies to adapt to the changing dynamics. So, the first thing you would want to do is embrace an omni-channel marketing. Adapting this process can be really important to you. When you adopt an omni-channel approach to reach consumers across multiple touch points, you actually set yourself apart. And sometimes you can look like a conglomerate when you may even just be a mom and pop. Seamlessly integrate your online and offline channels to provide a consistent and cohesive brand experience. By meeting customers wherever they are, you increase the chances of successful conversions. Sometimes this might mean that you do things on Instagram or you might do something in YouTube because the channels that you're going after may be in both places. And if they see you in both places, it could inform them in such a way that they may decide, you know what, they're not only over here, but they're over here. That means that they are probably adapting in a way that I can expect to know that they're going to always have my back and be able to provide me with something that is more feasible as technology moves along. By meeting customers' needs where they are, you will increase the chances of that successful conversion. Then leverage AI. Artificial intelligence is absolutely one of the best things that I ever did for our business. When you're able to harness the power of AI to enhance your conversion strategies, these AI powered tools can analyze vast amount of data much faster than you can. Years ago, I came into contact with a company that was doing some things on the cutting edge. And they were providing me with the ability to see my conversions. They were enabling me to see how many people came to do business and how often they came and what things actually they were interested more than other things. I thought that one of the things that I was doing at the time was the top thing to be doing for our company. And I found out soon after that that a lot of people were doing that themselves, but the thing that they really need was not the thing we were pushing. And so it came to me that by using these AI tools, I was able to understand how my business worked and what it is that my customers needed. And I instituted some things way before it actually hit the mainstream. And in doing so, I was able to take a lion's share of the market. By utilizing AI tools, you can provide personalized recommendations. You can even have it power your frequently asked questions and support in a way that you might not be able to because you are not there. Sometimes an AI chatbot can solve a question for someone in the middle of the night that you may have lost as a customer by 6 a.m. without it. Use augmented reality and virtual reality. These tools and technologies offer immersive and interactive experiences. They allow your consumers, your customers, your clients to visualize products in real time or see how those products might look in their space or provide virtual tours of your offerings so they can see all of what you have, even if they can't get to your location. These technologies enhance engagement and increase conversion rates. Invest in data analytics. I know you've heard me talk about data a lot, but let me just say this to you. Data analytics is the key to understanding the consumer behavior of your customers and clients. It helps you optimize your conversions. You are able to leverage that data and gain insights to your clients' behavior, even though they might be saying one thing with their mouth, but their behavior may be telling you something completely different. Use information to refine your marketing strategies and deliver targeted, personalized, customized messages. How can you thrive in the future of AI and the future of technology moving so fast? Well, it requires what we call proactive adaptation. You've got to be agile and flexible. Embrace the agile and flexible mindset. Be willing to adapt and experiment with new strategies and discover new technologies. I know of some of my colleagues who have their businesses, and it took them way too many months to embrace the possibility of using AI. I have been using AI for 10 years, and they said, "Oh my God, I just got a hold to Chat GPT." And I was like grateful that they did try something, but I'm saying there were so many other tools that they could have utilized for years before that. You have to stay attuned to emerging trends and consumer behaviors and be ready to adjust your approach accordingly. Don't get stuck. Continuous learning and innovation is one of the most important things that you can do, not just for your company, but for yourself. Foster a culture of continuous learning and innovation within your company. Encourage your team to explore new ideas and challenge assumptions. Help them think outside of the proverbial box. Embrace experimentation and learn from both successes and failures to stay ahead. Remember, we're looking towards becoming more adapted to having customer centricity. And the only way you can do that is by maintaining a relentless focus on your clients and customers. Strive to understand their evolving needs and preferences. Tailor your messaging and offerings to their experiences and provide a maximum value and relevance. By putting them at the center, you create this foundation for successful conversions. The future of conversions is shaped by evolving consumer behavior. By understanding these shifts, embracing innovative strategies, and leveraging emerging technologies, you can adapt to changing dynamics and thrive in this existing, exciting landscape. Embrace omni-channel marketing and leverage your AI, AR, and VR. Invest in data analytics and foster agility and continuous learning. Stay customer centric and deliver personalized experiences that resonate. By doing so, you'll unlock the potential of future conversions and achieve transformative success. Thank you for allowing me this time to share with you today. And I want to just make an offer to you. All of the information we've talked about today, this conversation that we've been having, is coming from a book that I just wrote called Power Stations, Power-Filled Conversations that Connect, Compel, and Convert. This is the third iteration of our Power Stations franchise, and it's really called Power Stations 3.0. I want you to get this book because I think that it will give you the ability to take all of these things that you've learned today and break them down in chunks and see exactly how they work. I've got wonderful stories in there to show how people who have used these strategies have actually benefited in their companies or in their process of setting up a company, or for that matter, as an executive. And so it's very important that you have a way of seeing it in action and not just writing down the notes from today. I want to encourage you to do so and I to get this, and the reason why I want to do that is because I think that it will help to ultimately bring you into a different type of consciousness with your company. So by staying to the end of this presentation today, I'm going to have a QR code put up on the screen so that you will be able to see how to get a discount for my book. There will be an audiobook that'll be available in about a week. And if you are really interested in it, you can go to powerstations.org and there will be a place where you can actually gain access to our Power Stations 3.0 course. And in that course, the audiobook will be allowed to play the full realm of the course for free. So because you've been here, you'll get a chance to have that QR code so you can get the discount, but you'll also get access to the audiobook in the coming week. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you at future Red Talks.